students, shall we start? Today we will learn about the industries like iron and steel industry, cotton textile industry, information technology and fishing industry. Iron and steel industry is considered as basic industry or key industry. Do you know what is its reason? Iron and steel industry that produces all the machineries for other industries. Agricultural activities, mining process, all these are going on with the help of machineries that coming from the iron and steel industry. You imagine a world without transport facilities and communication facilities. We cannot imagine it. And all these machineries, vehicles and construction materials, everything coming from the iron and steel industries. So, this industry is considered as a basic industry. The main raw materials for iron and steel industry are iron ore, limestone, manganese, coal. So, where these raw materials are available abundantly, in such regions, iron and steel industries are located. So, the main locational factor of iron and steel industry is the proximity to raw materials, because these raw materials are very large and bulky. So, if the industry is located close to the raw materials, transportation charge can be reduced. Iron and steel industry, it is very important for the development of a country because it provides machineries and infrastructure development for the country, and without iron and steel industry, other industries cannot develop. Even mining activities, agricultural activities, everything get its implements from the iron and steel industry. That's why it is named as a basic or key industry. Iron and steel industry is a large-scale industry. We have learned about what is large-scale industry in the previous class. It requires large money investment, that means capital, number of laborers, that also skilled laborers. Then it requires large bulky raw materials. And again, the power that is using in iron and steel industry, it is also in very high in amount. Because of that, these industries are named as large scale industries. Do you know which are the countries have the large number of iron and steel industries? They are Germany, Russia, China, Japan and USA. In India also there are number of steel industries. There are two types of iron and steel industries. One is the large integrated steel plants. There are around 13 large integrated steel plants in India. They are mainly located in the Chota Nagpur plateau and in the states like Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh and West Bengal. These are the important states. The main or important steel plants in India are Jamshedpur, Bokaro, Bhilai and Durgapur. Jamshedpur is running by private sector. That means it is belonging to Tata Industries. Other three are belonging to the public sector. That means it is running by the India government. Information technology, that is an industry getting wide popularity nowadays. Now during this COVID-19 period and all, its importance increasing day by day because it is using for the official works, public means government works and teaching learning process that is going on in the internet and all. So information technology industry gaining more popularity. So it means the storage of data, retrieving of data and sending the information. For that, some systems are developing like a computer, telecommunication systems. All these are included within the information technology. So in today's news, you may be heard instead of Zoom app, there is one teleconferencing app is established or developed by a company which is owned by one person from Kerala, from Alappuzha. That is a credit for us. That means Indians, they are engaged in the information technology. They are working worldwide, earning large amount of salary. But now we are getting more profit preferences in the field of information technology. IT industry, its birthplace, it is in USA. It started in Santa Clara Valley in California, in USA. So in these computer chips, silicon is using widely. Because of that, Santa Clara Valley is named as Silicon Valley. Do you know which city is named as India's Silicon Valley? Yes, it is Bengaluru. It is the IT capital of India. It is the IT hub. And India's first technopark, that is in Trivandrum, means it belongs to Malayalis, no? Then there are many other IT hubs in India like Pune, Chennai, Hyderabad, etc. That means it shows the importance or role of Indians in the information technology field. Next is about the cotton textile industry. It is the oldest industry in the world. Cotton textile industry is mainly located in the warm and humid regions of the earth because it requires large amount of humidity in the atmosphere, because when the cotton threads are weaving, that it can be broken, that result in a bad cloth or material, because hot condition that leads to dryness. Because of that, the cotton fiber will be broken. So humidity is main important factor for the location of cotton industries. Other than that, this cotton, it requires warm temperature for its growth. Cotton textile industry is an agro-based industry getting its raw material from the cotton plant. This fiber that grows in the cotton plant, so this plant needs more warm and humid condition for its growth. And these industries most of the time located in the coastal region because those regions have more humidity in the atmosphere. But nowadays an instrument or machinery, humidifier, is invented, so there is no problem of location related to the humidity nowadays. Anyway, cotton textile industry will locate near to the agricultural field for easy transportation of raw material. Otherwise, they can locate near to the market. As I told you in the previous classes, there is no loss of weight. There is no loss of weight in the case of raw cotton and processed cotton. So according to the need and demand or requirement from the market area, cotton textile mills will be located near to the markets also. The most important countries for the production of cotton is USA, Egypt, China, UK, India, etc. In India itself, the northern plains, an important region, especially Punjab, Uttar Pradesh, etc. And the largest raw cotton producers are Gujarat, Maharashtra states. So Maharashtra, in Mumbai, there are large number of textile mills. And in Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, all these states also have the presence of these cotton textile mills. Then cotton textile, it require large number of skilled labor. There are two types of industries, okay, two types of textile mills. One is power loom, which is running by the electricity. There will be large textile mills. Other one is hand looms, which works only with the human labor. So such industries, hand loom industries, they will be located in villages, and in some states, in each and every house there will be hand loom machines, and the people in the house, they will be making clothes using that hand loom machines. Okay, that is all about the cotton textile industries. Fishing industry, it is the livelihood for men for time immemorial. That means fishing industry that provide employment for fishermen all over the world in coastal regions as well as in the inland areas. So some countries have a large coastal area. The main income of the people there, it will be fisheries or fishing industry. They were able to export their fish products to other countries, especially which are located in the interiors. So here the Japan, Norway, USA, Peru, Chile, such countries are very important in the fishing industry because of their location in the coastal areas. India also have a very long coastline. Because of that, India is also one of the major country in the fishing industry all over the world. In India itself, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, all these states are leading producers of fish and fish products. Here not only saline water fishing, inland water bodies from the rivers and ponds also fishes are catching and selling in the market. Other than seafood, fishing industry provides oil and it supplies some medicinal materials also from the fishing industry. In some regions where cold and warm ocean currents mixing, in such areas, microorganisms, which is named as planktons, they are growing abundantly. It is very nutritious food for the fishes. In such regions, large number of fishes growing together, they are named as fishing banks. For example, Grand Banks near to Newfoundland.